So they're away here. We can see our two front markers, Rob Kensole and Gary Blake. So these two are our leaders, and the back marker, Bakaya, off scratch, started on the same mark, and he goes past them, but he's 400 metres behind them. So Kensole and Blake lead at this stage. Karina Kapusta is in third. Rob Irwin travels nicely. He's running number 48 here. Ingrid Woodward travels well with on her shoulder. Emily Dalziel. Get behind there to Les Williams. Peter O'Farrell. It's been a good day for the O'Farrell family. Can Peter get the job done here today? Travels moves nicely with Leah McDonald behind. Then we have Amanda Hurd. So Hurd moves nicely as she comes past the club rooms. Number 40 there is Kelly Ruddock. Gap behind then to Paul Viney with Mark Hipworth and Greg Hilson going nicely. Anna Kasapis, we said pre-race, one to watch. She's had a good season and she just makes her way through. And Tom Esamovic, he might have a bit of a point to prove after being in the 300 metre final earlier. So not too much has changed at this stage. Out in front, it's Gary Blake. So Blake's taken the lead at this stage ahead of Kensole. So Gary Blake having things his own way in front, just moving along, picking them off one by one, and open up a lead on Kensole. A gap behind then to Ingrid Woodward. Going with her as well, Karina Kapusta. Les Williams not far off with Emily Dalziel. So coming through now, Gary Blake has 2 laps to go. So Gary Blake is our leader and open up a lead against Robert Kensole. So Kensole in second. In third, we've got Ingrid Woodward. Now hooking out to the outside is Rob Irwin. So Irwin gets to the outside of Kapusta. Travelling well is Emily Dalziel. Got Les Williams there with a bit of a gap in front of him, so he travels on his own at this stage. Got Paul Viney ahead of Mark Hipworth. Here comes Anna Kasapis. So Kasapis goes up to Hipworth and goes with these two at this stage. We've got Hurd there and also Greg Hilson. On the shoulder there, Kelly Ruddock and also Leah McDonald. So out in front, it's still Gary Blake at this stage. So Gary Blake, Ingrid Woodward's in second now. So Woodward has made her way into second, travels nicely, and also Rob Irwin in third. Kapusta's not far off them at all, and Emily Dalziel just getting closer and closer. Now we go back to Robert Kensole, who's adding a sash today, so thanks for your support. Les Williams moves well, and there's Kasapis. So Kasapis has gone up and gone past those two we mentioned earlier, and she'll be one to watch when it gets to the business end of the final. Out in front though, new leader, Ingrid Woodward is our leader as they come through, and Woodward with a nice lead at this stage. So it's not long till we'll have 1 lap to go, and Woodward's there with Rob Irwin and also Karina Kapusta. So they're about to get the bell. These two ladies leading ahead of Rob Irwin. So they get the bell now, and Woodward is our leader. Ahead of Kapusta, and still in the mix there's Rob Irwin. Moving nicely to Emily Dalziel, and here comes Anna Kasapis. Following her is Paul Viney and Mark Hipworth. Not done with yet. You know what Hippo can do when it counts. So Kasapis leads those two. Out in front though, it's Ingrid Woodward with a nice lead at this stage. Kapusta is going with her every step. Rob Irwin's not done with yet either. A gap behind then to Emily Dalziel, and Kasapis still with a bit of work to do as she starts to wind up. No one else really starting to get going from the back at this stage. Out in front though, it's Ingrid Woodward. She's making her move, and look at Mark Hipworth. So Hipworth's gone past Kasapis, and Mark Hipworth brings himself into contention now. So Woodward's still in the lead. There's less than 200, and Mark Hipworth starts to make his move. Out in front though, it's still Ingrid Woodward. Rob Irwin's there, and Kapusta. Here comes Hippo. Can he make his move and get there when it counts? It's Ingrid Woodward. She's got around 120 to go now. She straightens up. She grits the teeth. Hippo, he's won the birdie gift. Can we see his sprint finish here? It's Woodward there. Rob Irwin's not far off him. Hipworth's starting to come, but he's got a fair bit to do. It's Woodward and Rob Irwin. Irwin gets up on the outside, and Rob Irwin takes it out. Ingrid Woodward gets second. Hippo will get third. Kapusta, wasn't she gallant, gets fourth, ahead of Paul Viney. Anna Kasapis comes in now, ahead of Emily Dalziel. There's still athletes going, so big round of applause. Greg Hilson comes in now. with Les Williams. And the back marker here, Bakalia, starts to come back from him off scratch. And he finishes the race nicely. Kelly Rudder is there. Alongside Amanda Hurst. There's still athletes to finish here, ladies and gentlemen. So, big round of applause. We'll keep the track clear until all our athletes have finished. As they come across now, our two front markers, well done to them. Rob Kensole, Gary Blake. A nice run there to Leah McDonald, Peter O'Farrell. And we've still got a few out there as well. Greg Denner, Tom Esimovich had a big day. Now coming in is Tim Halpin, Tom Esimovich, been in great form in the circular events. And he comes in now, so Esimovich about to straighten up, and we've still got Greg Denner, so we'll keep our round of applause until all athletes have finished out here today. So Hesimovich crossed the line, we've still got one out there, so just be mindful, ladies and gentlemen, on the track, still one to come. Greg Denner about to make his way into the home straight now. Started off the mark of 50. We'll have our presentation straight after. Head up to the club rooms once the meeting has finished, see what else is there for a refreshment or bite to eat. And well done here to Greg Denner. He's about to cross the finish line, not far off. And well done to all our athletes. We've got the top three to stick around. And here comes Greg Denner. Well done, Greg. Congratulations. Well done to all athletes.